Welcome back to our Saturday Gamecast, continuing with Mega Man 2. I did some experimenting before I posted this video up today, trying to overcome a few technical issues I have with doing these, because I really love doing these videos, but my hardware is not set up to do these very easily. So I've been looking for some easier and quicker ways I could do these, because I would love to be able to play these games and record at the same time. I'd love to do that, to record an audio track and while I'm playing. But my hardware, even when I was on the desktop computer back home, it's tough to run an emulator on your computer. That's the software I run the video games with, and run video capture things as well. Even when it's built into the emulator, like the one that I have is. The computer just can't handle that much processing. And on my laptop that I have now, it's even worse than it was on that desktop, because it has a lot less power, because it's a cheapie. That's all I can ever go with. So I tried doing a Google Hangout live stream that I just had it record and post to my YouTube channel. And that worked, so to speak. You could say it worked. The video on the game was quite choppy, as if you were watching it on a live stream. The video isn't a smooth video. It's pretty going through the game, and you can hear my commentary just fine. And I was playing the game live, so I was able to talk about, oh shoot, I just made that mistake. I'll try this again. And I played through this stage as it was, but I couldn't get the audio from the game to be part of that. So those two big challenges, the choppiness of the stream and the lack of audio from the game, just made it not quite as fun to watch. So I'm going to go back to the old way on this video. I'm going to keep experimenting with that, see if I can get that to smooth out a little bit and get the audio to work there, because it would make it easier for me to do these, and a little more fun to be able to play them live. And maybe we'll have some live playing times that I would post, and try to do it at a time that would be doable and watchable for the U.S. Central Time connection over there. Right as I'm recording this right now, it's 6:30 in the morning Central Time right now, so it's probably not going to work to watch these at the convenient time I'm doing them now. And then in the evenings for me, usually it's work time for U.S. Central Time Zone folks. Anyway, here we are in Crash Man stage, and you've seen quite a bit already using the one sub-weapon that really works well in this level, and that's the Leaf Shield that we got from Woodman. I know I didn't get a chance to talk much about Woodman in the last week's video, the actual boss, but his sub-weapon is the Leaf Shield that surrounds Mega Man and protects him. Not from projectiles. Bullets can still go through the Leaf Shield, but enemies are killed and damaged by the Leaf Shields. I shouldn't say all enemies. Many enemies are, including these little bird peep things, robot birds that they drop an egg full of small birds. When you activate the Leaf Shield, they are damaged and killed by that Leaf Shield, as are the little spinny robot guys that I was battling on those conveyor belts before, that spawn in really difficult places and take really hard angles at Mega Man, because Mega Man's tough that he can't shoot his Mega Buster up or down. He can shoot the metal blade at diagonals, but even that, it's hard to get a lot of those guys, and these swarms of baby birds are even more tricky, so the Leaf Shield really makes a big difference. It also lets you kind of farm items like I am here right now. When I need a recharge on health or a recharge on the Leaf Shield energy itself, I turn that on, kill all those baby birds, and then I can pick up all of their power-ups. The Leaf Shield, once you hit it, stays around Mega Man until you push a directional button. So it stays lethal and stays killing enemies until you push a directional button, and then it fires the Leaf Shield in the direction that you have pressed. So on these ladders, it will stay until I push up on the D-pad to climb that ladder, and then it'll launch the shield up, or I can shoot it left or right. As I eventually get this guy with. There we go. You can actually use it as a projectile weapon. Leaf Shield does take a few spots. Yeah, the reason I climbed all of that before was to get that E-tank there. Now I have to go all the way down to the bottom and take the far right ladder all the way up. But that E-tank will need that later, so... And I guess you can get it a little more easily by climbing the far right ladder and then jumping down to it and jumping back around. But a lot of these recordings are made as I was still learning the game, which is fine. I did practice so that I could make it through levels without dying too many times. But I wasn't doing best path mapping, going all the way through. There we go. So tomorrow night, as of when I'm recording this, and it will be last night when the video gets posted, we're starting our Dungeons and Dragons campaign with the game club at the college, which is pretty exciting. I know that's about the most nerdy thing you can say, is we're starting our Dungeons and Dragons campaign, and it's actually a game called Pathfinder, not D&D, but it's just a little bit better. I think it's a little more fun to call it D&D. And it's a close enough game to D&D that I feel I can, in good conscience, get away with that. This path is nice because the bird drops its egg at a certain number of pixels away from where Mega Man is. And so if you're at a certain spot on the screen, the bird will just keep dropping that egg over the pit. So the egg doesn't actually break unless it hits a solid surface. So when it falls through the ladders or falls down those pits, it won't break for you. Alright, so now we're getting to Crash Man. And I always forget about this with Crash Man, but he's immune to the Metal Blade, so we find out here that he's immune to Metal Blade. His attack is a jump, and he throws a bomb. And the bomb it's hard to explain, but the bomb has magnetic properties where it will kind of suck Mega Man in towards it. So the best timing that I found on this is to jump to make Metal Man jump, get underneath Metal Man, and jump away again quickly from the bomb that he throws. And I can usually get through Crash Man only getting hit a few times. So and you just spam that attack. Yeah, you can get hit a couple times. I gotta get back on the good path from him. Oh, we're in trouble. There we go. I'm back on the good path now. You have to get him pretty slowly here with your regular blade. He is weak to some other sub-weapons, but I like to do Crash Man at this point, right after Woodman. That's my preferred path through the game. Here we go. I'll keep playing around with the Google Hangouts. I'll see if I can get a nice smooth video with some audio, hopefully, in the future. But until then, keep enjoying. I hope that I've inspired some of the people my age to get back into these games if they haven't already, because I've really had a good time